Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Up again, midnight, Chongqing, China. Walking around my apartment complex's common area. And I want to talk about a subject that came up as of late. Here about 2 weeks ago, I had a video that exploded on YouTube by my reasoning. I got about 35,000 views on the video, and it was about Star Trek Beyond and my thoughts on it. I really liked it. Some people don't, and that's fine. And as far as I can tell, it was featured by YouTube. A YouTube editor or whatever saw it and featured it. But at the same time, half of the audio in this 17-minute video disappeared. And I don't know why. I checked the analytics, I checked the programming. No idea. I think it was a technical problem with the upload of the quality or the encoding. So I just hacked the end of the video off because I was pretty close to a point when I was changing what I was talking about anyways. So I'm going to kind of address that because the end of that video seems a little mean-spirited, I guess. And it's about ruining something you like. People will talk about, oh, the prequels ruined Star Wars, the Abrams films ruined Star Trek, The Hobbit ruined Lord of the Rings, whatever. Star Trek and the expanded universe, and how they ruined it by saying it wasn't canon. Just stop it, okay? Disney saying that the expanded universe isn't canon is not new news, okay? It was never canon. George Lucas says it was never canon. George Lucas's rule was basically the movies always overwrite everything else, which they have to. And actually, some of the best, widely regarded best books in Star Trek completely invalidated by the prequels, not Disney, the prequels. The Thrawn series, which is being re-released by the original author, rewritten, it's fantastic. Stop what you're doing, pause me, go find the books. There are 3 of them. They are fantastic. And then when you come back, give me a thumbs up and a subscription for pointing it out to you. But the original Thrawn series, if you're familiar with the expanded universe, a lot of people even forget now that it's completely invalid with the prequel storyline because the depiction of the Clone Wars in that book is incorrect. The thing is, that doesn't make those books bad. It doesn't invalidate the fact that they are great books. Disney decanonizing, which they were never canon, as I said, the expanded universe, and actually just renaming it the Legends, of Star Wars. It didn't make those books disappear. I have my mother has a library at home filled with Star Trek books, or Star Wars and Star Trek books. They didn't magically disappear. I wish some of them had, because I hate to break it to a lot of people, but about 2/3 of the expanded universe was really bad. Really bad. The other 1/2 was great, absolutely fantastic. Understand that the expanded universe is basically fan fiction, and some of it's very good, some of it's terrible. Same thing with Star Trek books, and Star Trek books have never been considered canon. But yeah, I remember all of those stories. Some of them are still very good, some of them are terrible. I quit reading Star Wars books around the Yuz or however you want to say it, series, and therein lies an important point. A lot of people say, "Oh well, the expanded or the prequels ruined Star Wars for me." No, they didn't. You weren't a particularly good, dedicated Star Wars fan if that was the case, because the original 3 movies still exist. They weren't invalidated. They didn't go away. Now, if somebody wants to make an argument that like the remasters that Lucas did, that they ruined Star Wars, that's valid, because that's not like disliking a different part of the story. That's disliking revisionism, and I totally agree with that. But even like the Abrams verse, the original Star Trek universe still exists. Actually, the series that we're getting here soon, it apparently takes place in the Next Generation original Star Trek series universe. I'm super pumped for it. I mean, look, if you like something, good for you. I'm glad you can enjoy it. That doesn't mean it's good. That doesn't mean that if you dislike something, it's bad. Same thing with me. I do believe things can be abjectly bad, by the way, and abjectly good. That doesn't mean I have to enjoy them. That doesn't even mean they're enjoyable. I did a video on Suicide Squad, which I think is abjectly terrible. I think it's a terribly made and put together movie. If you enjoyed it, good. Literally good. I'm glad. I did not. That has nothing to do with my opinion of it being abjectly good or bad. I didn't enjoy Avatar or Titanic. Man, I'm picking on James Cameron apparently. But they are abjectly good damn movies. I love a lot of terrible movies. Both quantifiably bad and bad in most ways, unless you're looking at it from a certain point of view. Movies like Rocky Horror Picture Show or The Evil Dead. They're bad movies, but they're bad movies because they were made in a way that they were embracing bad B movies or bad off-color humor, and they're camp. Camp is intentionally being bad, so bad it's good. That's different than being movies like Suicide Squad, which is just abjectly bad. It fails on a lot of levels. If you enjoy it, that's cool, but don't tell me it's a good movie. Don't tell me it's a good movie, because I can quantifiably and logically tell you why it's a bad movie, and I haven't had anybody quantifiably tell me why it is a good movie, other than saying, well, I enjoyed it. Your enjoyment and my enjoyment are not quantifiable. Now, that being said, I am not saying that, your movies suck and you should feel bad for liking them. What I'm saying is that I find it much easier to like and watch and enjoy movies when I just let go of the concept that if I like a movie, it has to be good. I openly accept and acknowledge that I can like something and it can be bad. But you will absolutely meet people who basically make the mental argument that I like it, therefore it must be good. Or I dislike it, therefore it must be bad. Just please stop it. That's not true. And just because you don't like something that comes out in a franchise, that doesn't mean that it's ruined. If you don't like the new Harry Potter movies that are being made, it doesn't make the original Harry Potter movies bad, okay? It just means that you don't like the new ones. They might be bad. They might not be bad. You should not like them. That's my point. Calm down and just fucking enjoy what you enjoy. Don't shit on other people. Have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Thanks for listening.